So first of all, as I make this second vlog of where I'm not preparing too much, I'm not thinking too much, I'm just kind of letting myself talk to you guys, and so you would get to know me better, I would get to know you better. First of all, I wanted to say that the previous vlog, the first vlog, where I published it with a bit of a doubt, so like, should I just talk out loud, express my heart, or should I just keep it formal, or I wasn't sure. But then it was really awesome. I talked a lot about how difficult this job is and how I sometimes just overburn myself, get exhausted. But you guys made it worthwhile. Your comments, your support made all the difference. It really uplifted me. And also, even the people who I quote unquote called haters, it was really nice because they talked to they reached out and they tried to explain what the message they want to say, that they're trying to say. And even while in the past I would consider that as hatred, with some of them I really appreciated that they just have a sincere desire to do something and change something about Aikido, which is what I'm doing too, and that's where I get connected and I get rapport. And that's one of the reasons why I recorded a video which tomorrow, after this video is published, will be published, in terms of responding to some of the main feedbacks that I get, which some people felt like I'm not addressing. So it was great. I wanted to say really thank you for having my back, and it really makes a big difference. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is no secret, it's Batman. It's one of my main passions in life, one of my key points of inspiration. And since you all the time see me with the Batman t-shirt, you probably realize that Batman is a thing in my life. And I decided to talk to you about it and just let you know where it comes from and why am I so excited about him. So yes, it's no secret that Batman is a big part of my life, but it actually all started with my childhood and with my teen years. So I grew up in a rough city, dangerous city, lots of crime, lots of criminals, and since me and my friends, we were dressing in a different way, like hip hoppers, and we were very peaceful kids. Others, specific type of young people, they would kind of hunt us down and beat us up. I wasn't beaten up because I protected myself, but my friends oftentimes were beaten up, and seeing all that injustice, I wanted to protect my friends. I wanted to do something about it. I felt bad about crime, and I wanted to fix it. And so that was already a pointer, which first of all actually brought me to Aikido, the official self-defense version, that it's all about self-defense, and I thought it's gonna help my friends, and it's still the art of peace. So that connected with me because I was a peaceful kid, still am, I guess. But that's already a good step for realizing where Batman comes into my life, because Gotham, all criminals, and a kid suffering and wanting to make a difference. But then in my later years, when I was still in school, I was about 16, 17. Maybe 18. So I was about to finish school. I was in a deep crisis. I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life, what I want to study. Everyone was pushing me to study something, and I had troubles because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't feel in peace because there was just too much on my mind, and I was lost and confused. And then one day I just decided to watch Batman Begins by Christopher Nolan, just for no reason. And beforehand, Batman wasn't a big thing in my life, but then I watched the movie, and it clicked with me. I was like, this guy who's lost and confused goes to the mountains, trains with ninjas, and becomes the Batman to make a difference. And that really inspired me. That kind of picked me up and reminded me how I love to train, how I love to invest into myself and do the right thing, even if it's not easy. And I think that's what got me bat crazy. And funny enough, after high school, I didn't go to university. I went to become Uchideshi, a full-time Aikido student. And as I traveled, when I traveled to Switzerland, where I was training as Uchideshi, my former sensei, my former instructor, he was living in the mountains in this kind of wooden house with a small dojo downstairs. And first time I went there, I was walking about and I looked at the horizon. It was like mountains and the Swiss Alps, snow, and there's this small dojo, and I came here to train. I was like, holy fuck, you know, this is Batman. I'm doing Batman stuff, so I was very excited. But ever since then, I had a lot of difficult periods in my life. Not many people supported me in me wanting to open a dojo. People thought I'm crazy. People thought it's gonna suck. I always wanted to fight for justice, do something different. People said it's impossible. So I got a lot of resistance from people, and sometimes even when I was running the dojo or I trained, I would get exhausted. Things wouldn't work. Something I would make mistakes and something would be bad. Let's say, you know, I would have trouble with finances or whatever. Hatred. People would hate me for some things I do because I would do things differently. And Batman always kept me up. I would read some graphic novels of Batman. So I would read some Batman graphic novels. I would watch the movie, especially The Dark Knight. You know, that's a brilliant story as well about keeping to your crap and not letting your crap go and just really focusing on what you do, sacrificing yourself, and all these novels, all these stories, all these animations and movies, they really kept me going. They really reminded me that you should never stop, that it doesn't matter what other people think about you, as long as you do the right thing, even if other people hate you, it's still okay. You still have to move on, you still have to push on. Things will be good if you will not stop. So that's what Batman was always about for me. And also, since I was always dedicated and I always wanted to train and train and train, that was a great image too. Because as Christopher Nolan himself said, the superpower of Batman is his super discipline, his ability to say, I will do this, and to do it, to commit to a purpose and to continue on. And honestly enough, that was me for many years. I said that I will open a dojo the first time I guess when I was 14, and then it took me 8 years to get to that point and to open it, and it happened. I said many things, I'll do this, and I did it, and it wasn't easy. It took me a long time, but I did it, and for me that's very much Batmanship, the ability to go all the way through, the ability to devote yourself, and if you said something, you do it. You don't back out. And if that would be hard sometimes because it's not an easy path, that's when I would look at Batman. Yeah, I would read a graphic novel, I would watch a movie or something, and it would re-inspire me to keep my crap together and to move on. And the last thing I'll share about this symbolic figure is it's an interesting moment what's happening right now. Because in the mythology of Batman, he goes for 7 years and travels around the world and trains with all the masters to develop his unique, effective style so he could fight crime and etc. And I always obviously dreamt about that, and I kind of felt like I did it when I went to Switzerland to train. But when I look back at my teen years, I always wanted to be a strong fighter or warrior. You know, so warrior meaning fighting for the right thing or not just fighting for fighting. But so I always wanted to be that, and I always wanted to protect myself and my friends, my family, people who are close to me. I would never want to go on the street and see some kid being beaten up and not be able to do anything about it. I always wanted to be the guy who can save him or a woman or whatever. And as sad as it is, with so many years invested in Aikido, I realized I didn't become a great fighter, even a warrior. I mean, I developed a character, you know, that's for sure, you know, that helped me navigate through life, run my dojo, have a decent relationship with my wife. You know, I'm not always perfect, but still, we're still together and we love each other. So all these things, yes, Aikido helped me, but it never really made me into the fighter I did, or warrior that I always wanted to always be able to have a high percentage of value in protecting others, to have that confidence that I will deal with people who want to harm others. So it was always missing in my life. I just didn't really accept that. I didn't really admit that because Aikido has that whole story of no, it's good enough. Aikido is good. It's just you are bad because you're training it wrong, and you have to just work harder, train longer. And it's not true. I realized it's not true. It just took me many years and many explorations and events. But now it's a different moment. Now I'm getting supported and by so many people around the world who are masters in their arts, who are great at what they do. People want to teach me, people want to help me out, and slowly I'm not only I'm starting to train effective combat arts, it's to blend with my Aikido, so finally to become a warrior, but also people are offering me to come to their place, to travel around the world, to meet them, to learn from them, so which I'm starting to do fairly soon now. And I see that having potential, and I see that probably picking up and me doing that. And in the end, it's like just like, fuck, you know, this is such Batman stuff. This is so Batman. You know, just to travel around the world, meet experts in their fields, train, develop your own art, and become a warrior. So yeah, it's. But if I just sum it up and I just try to bring back some focus onto you, not just to myself, just to share this, I feel we do need role models. We do need symbols of inspiration, and that's why I think superheroes are so popular these days. And for me, that's why Batman is so necessary. But also, just to remember that we ourselves, as long as we go on our path, as long as we walk our path, we can be those role models as well. We can inspire people. We can show them a good example. And it can make all the difference. And hopefully, if my path continues well, it's a good sign that you can follow your heart. And if you follow your heart, things will lead you to where you need to be, as Jobs, by the way, said too. Anyway, that's it for my second vlog. Let me know what you think. It was nice sharing my heart, nice sharing with you stuff without needing to filter myself too much. So I'm curious. Just let me know what you think. Always, if you want to support the projects that I'm doing, if you want to see Batman becoming real in the world, you know, I'm not sure if I'm gonna dress up like a bat, but still travel around the world, train to develop something great. There's Patreon, check here. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.